would say, misuse of probably the other three states at the end of the term.
At the moment, UMNO is the biggest party in terms of membership, but it also has it is at its smallest number of seats at the moment. Can UMNO become the big brother it was again in the near future?
No such thing as big brother anymore. The new reality is that we have to follow the flow of the new political landscape, which I think we should play our vital role in order to strengthen the existing unity government, and as well as getting back the support of the grassroots, especially the voters, especially the middle ground voters, to support UMNO and Barisan Nasional again.
You did well in the state elections, Melaka, Johor, and then you assumed from that you will do well in Barisan Nasional will do well in the general elections, but it was otherwise. The next state elections that we are going to face, how do you think UMNO will go?
I respect and appreciate the analysis done by so many political analysts. But one thing must be remembered, that any election machineries needs funding, and as we are aware that we have very little of funding, and our opponent has been using these weaknesses to throw very heavy rain, probably a week before the voting day, and they use whatever whatever resources to furnish the need of a reward to the voters, especially young voters. And in terms of service given by either our MPs or state assemblymen consistently, without seasonal service given to the voters, to the rakyat at the area or the constituency which they are representing, it's not valued, because I think they have taken the last minute reward as a factor to determine which candidate, which party they were supporting.
You said UMNO lacks funding right now. Why is UMNO lacking in funding?
No, because our account was frozen, and the liquidations was not done, and then the resources, as you know, we were only part of the government, and then I used a principle which I think funding must be, number one, legal, number two, must be ethical, number three, it must be coming from the business transaction, and I think I have a principle where corruptions, and also I would say misuse of other effort in the government or from other illegal activities as a source of fund to be injected into the party copper.
Right. Is the UMNO grassroots, judging from the AGM that's happening now, is the UMNO grassroots ready for the state elections right now?
We have to be ready at any time, because we reckon 6 state election is going to happen in due course, probably before fasting month, and probably the other 3 states at the end of the term. But question of timing is not within our control. Then our machineries, although it's ready, but I reckon it has to be modified with new political landscape. And the readiness is very subjective, but I think what is important is for us to move via new method of getting support from the voters.
Right. When you joined the government, when you decided to be part of the government, you were said to have gone back on the no UMNO, no DAP, no Anwar. Do you think that might backfire in the state election?
No. You must remember, the motion was done to face GE 15. But the scenario has changed after GE 15. But remember, it's not only no Anwar, no DAP, but also no Bersatu. And in this case, I think Political Bureau of UMNO and also Supreme Council of UMNO has decided we should use the symbol of BN for our candidates. But we should collaborate with the party within the unity government to work and to face the state election.
Right. Okay, there's been many moves, either to move you or move UMNO, you know. Okay, let's go back to the most recent one, Sabah move. Did you agree to what Datuk Sri Bung did?
No, politics is about dynamism, yeah. And the move, either a positive or negative move, politics is very dynamic. But we need to iron out. If there is problem, we need to find a solutions. And I reckon the mole of having unity government in Putrajaya should be modified in Sabah according to political landscape in Sabah. I think the cooling period in Sabah, I think it has to be addressed properly. When the PM and me went to Kota Kinabalu recently, is basically to engage everybody. And although you have seen the changes within the cabinet lineup, I think some other effort in order to formulate the unity government in Sabah, at least before the state general election must take place, in order to stabilize the political situation in Sabah.
Do you think the UMNO will come back together in Sabah?
I think they are intact, but only we have to iron out the differences of stand. I think something is cooking in order to get back to the basic need of UMNO in Sabah.
Right. Yesterday it was reported that you actually explained about the Sen Reggie's move. Sen Reggie, do you forgive the 10 that?
I have already said it very loud and clear. I have already forgiven to all of them, although it's difficult for me to forget. But I think let's first the reality that the 30 MPs need to be intact in order for unity government to be stabilized in Putrajaya.
You said the London move might have been a rumor. Okay, will you be investigating that rumor?
Yeah, I think it was started by Kajang move, for instance, or Sheraton move, or St. Regis move. But to me, is something not very abnormal if there is London move took place. But I'm taking it as these are the challenges which I think we not only analyze it, but if it is really happened, I think we need to address any move that is going to happen or has happened.
Do you have a warning for anyone planning or to shake the boat that you're on right now?
I think the party election is at the corner. I think I have nothing to stop them from having any move. But eventually, the delegate decides.
Do you have a move?
Yes, I have the one Merdeka move, as I mentioned yesterday.
Okay. Going back to you were acquitted of the first batch of charges in court recently, and you were, you were very happy and all that. But you're facing the next batch of charges very soon. How sure are you that you will be acquitted as well?
No, I leave it to the court and respect the judiciary process. And I think I have very good legal team with me. I leave it to their expertise to not only argue but to defend my case, because I think this is a selective prosecution and also political prosecution. Then my legal team need to prove all that. I leave it entirely to them, and also the justice to prevail in the court.
Right. And should you be convicted? I mean, I'm not saying you will be, but should you be convicted, are you open to stepping down?
No, there is process. I need to appeal at the appeal court. The next process is to take it up to a federal court, and also to review if the judiciary review is the last resort. But the process will take years.
Right. Do you think that someone in the leadership role in UMNO, I mean, we have seen it's not only you, but many are facing court charges also. I mean, a number of them are facing court charges as well for corruption. Do you think that if they're convicted, would they have to step down?
No, we have to look into this positively. Where previously there were many politicians was brought to court. Basically, this is vindictive action taken by the previous leaders. And I think we just wait next line of action to be taken, who claims that they are clean and claims that they are really very sacred leaders. I would say sacred, yeah. But let's the legal process take place.